Borderlands 4 has 8 legendary Repkits, one for each manufacturer. But which ones are actually worth building around and which ones are just going to look damn good sitting in your bank forever? Today we are putting them head to head in a full tier list so you'll know exactly what do they do and where to spend your time and resources farming them. What's good everyone, it's Verti, and as always, I don't want to hold you hostage. So here's the final tier list on screen right now. If that's how you came for, happy farming, drop a sub on your way out. Now for the rest of you knowledge-hungry, curious individuals, here's what's gonna happen. I'll tell you where you can find them, what they do, and for a couple of them where it's relevant, I'm gonna give you some builds that you can go pair with it because they are a bit more niche than the others, so you can reference them a bit easier. Now bear in mind, this is entirely my opinion, so you can disagree with it. Let me hear it in the comments. I'm curious what you guys can make work, so let's get into it. So we're gonna go in completely random order, and here's how I set it up. S tier is the meta. A are unique ones that I really like. B are meh, and then we have nope and hell nah tiers. So first off, we got the Peacemaker. So not Peacemaker, that's the TV show with John Cena. Pacemaker. And that one is gonna be sitting pretty in A tier. This is exactly what I wanna see. You can get this from Horace in the Fate Fields. That's a very easy boss to farm. And if you're running a build that is constantly losing health, like Ruffles, Deadman Walking, or Heartpiercer Wax, this one becomes beautiful. The way that it works is, say, on 20% health, you're gonna heal yourself for 500, and on 90%, you're gonna heal yourself for 50. So the lower you go, the bigger the ticks are, and the faster they come. Very good design. But next up, we got Defibrillator, and this one is gonna go straight into the nope tier. No thank you. Look, I mean, this unfortunate piece of kit is dropped by the core observer in the Fate Fields in the Blackland bunker, and my main problem with this one is that if you don't hit the lottery, it doesn't do anything, and the cooldown on it is going to be 5 working days, and you don't want to wait until 20% to heal yourself, or at least I never do. So it's just a whole lot of unnecessary risk for no benefits whatsoever. I don't know what they would need to do with it. Obviously, if you get like a mega version, this is even worse because it heals for a lot, but the cooldown is going to be 5 business days. So it is what it is. I don't like it at all. And after that is the AF 1000. Now this one is a very unfortunately designed kit, and it's going to have to go into the nope category. I almost think that this is even broken. Now, unfortunately, it even drops from one of the most annoying bosses in the game. Is the giant rock-ass Sonic motherfucker in the Trinket Crevice Auger Mine, the rock and roller. And the problem with this one, so I don't know if this is intended. Well, I'm sure it's intended, but I don't know if they thought this through. This gives a very low cooldown with a very high heal over time, hot, right? So you think you can just keep stabbing yourself, stack it up, and then have a very strong hot constantly on you. But that's not how it works. For that 20 seconds, you cannot use this again, or until the heal has been used up. So the problem you're gonna have is, one, this isn't strong enough, and two, if there is incoming damage, it is contesting against the healing that you would get. So say it would heal you up 200%. If you have a big ass badass psycho hitting you, this is only going to heal you up to 20%, and then you end up with another shitty hot on you that just doesn't do anything, and it doesn't tick quick enough. I think this would either need like in a 10 seconds, so it ramps a lot quicker, or it could be like 20, 30, 40k easily, or if you could stack the hots on you, because then it's up to your clicking that you keep stacking it up and you don't forget about it, but then you end up having it run into the broken category, right, where you stack it up for 7 days and it ticks for 5 million. So right now it's not good. Oh, but speaking about not good, we got the Mega Triple Bypass. It's the opposite of not good. Now I'll say this though, if AMP gets nerfed, this might be cooked. Now it is an order Repkit, so it's got the charges. It's always going to be good. Right now, this is definitely S tier. By my calculations, about 74.8% of the entire player base is farming this as we speak. It does require AMP on it, otherwise it's a bit lackluster. but it is one of the best ones right now, if not the best one. At any rate, you can grind your very own version from Backhive at the Claim Auger Mine in the Fate Fields, so good luck, get comfortable, everyone's there with you. Now, a quick shameless mid-video plug before we get into the second half of this list. If you want to see what actually makes a build strong outside of Repkit, I've got you covered. Check out my channel so you can know what works even without legendaries. And on to the next juicy one. Nah, just kidding. This has to be one of the most useless Repkits out there. This is gonna be filling into the hell no category, and the reason for that is because I don't understand why you would need this. So if you are going down so much that you feel like you would use and you would benefit from having Blood Rush, then I would recommend that you simply take the specialization that fully heals you when you go down, or rather when you get a second wind. That way you'll be mathematically better off because you can just stack damage on your Repkits. Now the good news is this comes from Radix, which is the Vault Guardian in Carcadia Burn, which means that there are plenty of other legendaries that you'll be farming there, so you're gonna get this as a byproduct no matter what, and it's gonna look pretty in your bank. And on to another good looking beauty on deck, and that's the Blood Analyzer. And this one is, I'm gonna put it into B tier, and there is a very specific reason why I'm gonna put it into B tier. Right now, it is completely unnecessary. It does give a good heal, no problem at all. Again, the mega version is increased healing and increased cooldown, so there is some variance to that. But right now you don't need immunity shot. However, if you could get the immunity shot to be closer aligned with the cooldown of the Repkit, and if they end up ramping up bosses, or if the invincible bosses are gonna need a little bit more finesse than just one-shotting them with amp, then this can become very, very good. A slight annoying part in it is that it's dropped from the Oppressor in the Fate Fields. That's the boss after you douse yourself in cow shit and then you get sucked into a pipe. So the problem with that is that that boss has a very good chance of dying outside of bounds and then dropping all the loot into Narnia. Be sure to have some fun while you're farming it. And finally, now we get onto an interesting one, the Warpaint. So this for me is gonna slot into the A tier. I like this a lot because it gives us a little bit of a differentiation and a little bit of variety. So for a build like a Fistoramon or a Slicey Dicey Rafa, it gives a very nice refreshing thing with the move speed and the fire rate, and then every time I take damage, it reduces the cooldown. This is exactly what I want to see. It's something that is involving a little bit more mechanics, not just the stab yourself, shoot one, see you next time. I secretly hope that MP is going to get nerfed, to be fair, because it is boring to just keep doing that. And then this one, it has a very good contention to be one of the new S tier ones. You can farm this from the old scrape. That sounds like a British pub, mate. It's in the Terminus range. It's a rippled real side. Easy enough. But then there was one. And that one was a good one. Oh, look. So the kill spring for me is S tier. And I go as far as that I like it more than the Mega Triple Bypass. This is a sleeper one. I think the problem is that there is people misconstrued with what seeking out nearby allies means. So we're god gamers. So our mind takes us automatically that, okay, so this one only works in multiplayer. Clearly for that. But that's not true. From the orb perspective, you're an ally. So you constantly heal yourself with the excess damage that you do, which means that this has an infinite scaling because the more damage you do, the safer you are, and the more enemies you kill, the safer you are. Constantly. That one is a super well designed and I love it. And of course, as always, you can still stab yourself with it every 11 seconds if you need to, so you're not missing out on anything, right? You're gonna get the hots when you want to. It is also easy enough to farm. It comes from an Auger Mine from Exmol in Carcadia Burn, so don't worry about it. And now that I think about it, just look at this, right? So this one is a 6-second cooldown for 9,000 over 20 seconds. And my standard kill spring is 5,000 over 8 seconds. So this one just gives more healing anyway. Man, fuck this AF1000. Crazy. Anyway, I went on an off-script tangent just because I've noticed it, so don't worry about that. Either way, that's every legendary Repkit in Borderlands for ranked. From game changers to straight to bag dust. Now, which one do you think deserves higher or the lower spot? Drop it in the comments, and as always, I'll be checking them out and I'll be responding to you as best as I can. I mean, I I sleep sometimes, you know? Either way, if this list helped you out, or if you had fun, then hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss out the next breakdown. And if you want more right now, it should be on the screen. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.